welcome back everyone to the Ponsum YouTube channel. As you all know, I cover everything related to chess from games played online over the board to AI games, which have been very popular on this channel so far. But one thing that I haven't yet covered is my own over the board games because at my club that I go to, I don't really notate. We just play for fun, but actually I had the opportunity to go to a actual rated chess tournament here at the beginning of January 2025, or actually I should say the middle of January. It was the 18th, and yeah, it was the Minnesota Winter Open, and it was a very large tournament. It was a few hundred people there, and there was a lot of very high rated people, not in my section because this was my first section, this was my first tournament, so I was going into this tournament unrated. So I played in a lower section, but still I played some very good players, and I'm excited to show you this. I have 3 games. I played 3 games in this tournament, and I'm excited to show you them all. I'll be splitting the games up between videos, so I'll have one video here for the first game, and then 2 more videos following that, showing the last 2. So yeah, I'm excited to show you, and I'm excited to show you this first game. So let's get into this one here. All right, so as I said, going into this tournament, I was unrated. So my first opponent here is Michael. I wasn't able to get his last name, but there you go, Michael. He was rated around 960, and this is the 2025 Winter Open. Let me just move this over a little bit. And to be honest with y'all, this is not a very long game. It only lasted about 30 moves. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It might have just been nerves or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe he was just a better player. He might have just been a better player than me. I'm not sure. I was pretty nervous because this was my first tournament. I got to go with some other guys from the club, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, to be a good chess creator showing games, especially your own games, you got to show the highs and the lows. You got to show the wins, the losses, and everything, so people actually know that you're a human being, and you win and you lose. You don't just win, because then that would be boring. Okay, so I have the white pieces here, and my opponent is Michael, and I'm going to stop saying that, and we'll get right into the game. Okay, so before this tournament, I've been playing a lot of d4. That's like what I play. I usually play a Queen's Gambit kind of thing. And sorry about this. I'm just adjusting this. Okay, yeah, I usually play like a Queen's Gambit, and so I played d4 here, which is my main opening. My opponent went g6, which is he's going for the King's Indian, but it's in kind of a more unique way. Usually you start with knight to f6, but I played c4 and bishop g7, so he is continuing with the normal King's Indian approach. I played knight to f3, which is what I usually play, and now we have knight to f6 and knight c3, and then my opponent castled. And at this point, I was just planning on moving the dark square bishop out, and then putting my bishop there on d3, which is what I did. I played bishop f4, and then he went d6 to bring it out with the light square bishop, and then I went to e3. He played bishop g4, so pinning my knight to my queen, and then I played bishop to d3, just continuing with my development. He played knight to c6, and at this point, I'm feeling kind of feeling the nerves in the game a little bit, even here, almost like in the middle of the game. I don't know what it was. I was just like, I was pretty nervous, y'all. Not to lie. I mean, I was just like. I don't know, it's like this is like a classical tournament. We both have 90 minutes on the clock, and I don't know what it was. I don't know, it was weird. So I played a3 here to just control the knight. I didn't want the knight going there to b4 to target the bishop. Played queen d7, and I played h3 to kick out the bishop. He took the knight, and here I actually made a big mistake. I made a very, very big mistake, and that mistake was taken with the queen. I should have taken with the pawn, because you'll find out what happened. So I took with the queen, which, like I said, is a very big mistake, and he played e5. Now, at this point, I was really getting scared because I had seen this. Like, as soon as I played queen takes f3, I saw this whole line. We traded pawns, and at this point, I was like, I'm gonna lose a piece here. No matter what I play, I'm going to lose a piece. Either I lose the dark square bishop, I have to sack the bishop for the pawn, and he takes. Or I move the dark square bishop, and he takes the light square bishop. So, yeah, I was really bummed at this point. I was just really bummed to have blundered. So I mean, this is just a blunder right here. I was so disappointed to have prepared and then to blunder in such a, just a ridiculous way. It was pretty disheartening for me. I took on e5 because I don't know. I really wanted to, at least get something for that bishop, whereas if I would have moved it back or something, he would have just taken. But looking back now, it was probably better to move the bishop, honestly, because he took, I played queen e2, and here I actually blundered again because he can just take. He can just take because his queen is defending the knight. So here I was totally just, I was just pretty discouraged here because I just lost 2 pieces for a pawn. I was down a rook. I was down 5 points of material right out of the opening. And yeah, I don't know. I was just really bummed here. Played king f1, and then he played rook a d8. I played rook d1, so pinning his knight, and he played queen f5. So, yeah, I played f3, and he played knight h5. The reason for this, or the point behind this, is if I would just play something like this, then he can go here, and then he's gonna win my queen. So I did not want to. I wanted to prevent that. So I went knight e4. Which, I don't know. Anyway, he went knight takes on b2. I had to trade. So, because now I'm just down 2 clear pawns, or 2 pieces. I'm down a bishop and a knight for nothing. He took. I played king f2. The reason for this is I was really scared of rook d1 check. So I wanted to prevent that, so I went king f2. And he went knight d3 check. And at this point, I was like, it's just over. I went king g1, which was actually the top engine move. I checked it later. King g1, knight b2, and now he's threatening the same one, rook b2. I went g4. So this was, I'm glad I found this at this point. I was able to win back the knight. He played f5 to target the knight, and I went knight f2 because I again didn't want the rook going to d1 or something. Went bishop h6, targeting that pawn at e3, and at this point I was like, yeah, there's no way I can defend that. There's no way I can defend that pawn. So because if I were to play something like this, which wouldn't work, he can just take and take. So that doesn't work. So I was like, yep, I'm going to lose a pawn too. So I played king g2. And he played bishop takes e3, and I played rook b1. And at this point, I played rook b1, and I left, and I think I went to the bathroom or something. And I came back, and I was looking at the board, and I was like, oh man, he has rook d2. And I'm just getting slaughtered here. My position is just completely falling apart if he plays rook d2. And no, I'm just done here. I don't know. And he played rook d2, which is the top move of the engine. And I played queen e1, and actually in this position, I had to resign because, he was going to take, and he's going to be at 2 pieces at a pawn, and then I would go here, and I think it's like a mate right here. So it's it's hopeless here. So, yeah, it was pretty discouraging for me here, and again, it was really short. I was really disappointed it was so short. I came into this tournament with super high expectations, which, you know, higher than I wanted, than I should have probably, and you know, to lose right out of the gate was really disappointing for me. And but again, it just shows that you really shouldn't have really high expectations for a tournament, especially for me because it's my first one. Um, but yeah, I don't know. You know, you win, you lose. It's all in. You know, for me, it's kind of this thing where I have this thing that I always try and remember where when I it's when I play, and it's when I play, I don't lose, I either win or I learn, right? So if I win, I'm happy, I gain points, I gain ratings, things like that. If I lose, it's fine. It's, you know, I might lose some rating, but maybe I can always learn something from a game. That's always what I try and pick up out of a game is a a learning attitude. Even if I win, honestly, even if I win, and I have a great game, there's always something I can learn. Sorry, there's something wrong here with the microphone. Even if I even if I win, you know, it's there might still be something I can learn from it, and I don't know. Um, yeah, it's pretty disappointing for me, and I don't know. There's always the next tournament row, right? You know, there's always next time to get better and to train and prepare and just play with, you know, doing my best. And that's all I can do, right? Is all I can do is my best. So that's what I'm gonna try for the next tournament. And yeah, with that being said, stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to go over the second game. And thank you all for watching. And make sure to check out the other videos on the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. And also, you can click here to subscribe. And you can click here. YouTube will suggest this video for my channel. They think it's best tailored for you. And with that being said, I'll stop yapping. And I'll see you all in the next video.